Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Randi Lerat, and I was one of the leads in this conference.
What is the primary objective of the youth conference?
The primary objective for the youth conference, I would say, connection and identity and knowing who you are and where you're from. I believe that's really important
For sure.
as a young Aboriginal youth growing up, trying to find your place in the world. And to host an event like this is empowering to see all the networking happening, the stories being shared, the empowerment and the influence that our role models are showcasing here in the last 2 days.
Yeah.
It's very uplifting and
Very.
and I take a lot of pride in that and seeing that we all came together in a good way to make this event successful. And like I said, yeah, next year is just going to be bigger and better, and I can't wait.
No doubt. I was just telling Matthew after yesterday that I wish they had things like this when we were younger, because the youth I interviewed today were saying they really enjoyed the banking information.
Definitely, and that's what it's all about, right? Like our theme is ignite that fire within, right?
Yeah.
And I believe that's totally what we did here in this last few days. I could see that. I could see the pride and the confidence building in the participants and the youth, and like even the chaperones and the staff too. Like that's uplifting and it's empowering, and it motivates you to keep going and doing what we're doing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right, so how do you hope the attendees will benefit from this conference?
I hope what they take away from this is a sense of who they are and where they come from, and that connection to our community, that connection to our people, and that connection to our home, Cowessess.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that when they leave, they're more confident in who they are, and they are motivated to keep learning, whether it's cultural, spiritual, or educational. I hope that they leave here feeling more inspired to keep doing what they're doing and keep going and reaching for their goals and their dreams, and whatever that is, right? There's success, as we've seen here in the last couple of days. So many different role models that come from our community in all fields, and just to keep moving forward, and reaching for your goals.
No doubt. And this is such a great environment too, and like you could feel that like these youth are being, like inspired and
Oh, definitely. The stories I've been hearing in just like the last few days are influential. Like some of these youth, are, like you said, like they're talking about budgeting, and there was a hand game session, and some of these kids went in there having no idea what hand games was, and seeing them learning in that session and being inspired to keep that learning in the cultural aspect, and some of the lessons that were taught by the instructor too. Some history too was behind that, but they wanted to keep in that session. Like it was done, and we're like, they wanted to keep going and keep competing, and they wanted to learn more, and but again, that opens up opportunities for the future. Like
For
what's
sure.
stopping us from bringing those teachings home and continuing that, right? Having some hand game competitions or something like that. So like that's what this is all about. Not only learning here in the conference but taking home what we learned, and again continuing that learning. So it's inspiring. It definitely instills that pride that I have in my community, in our community. Cowessess is a great place. It's a beautiful place.
So how do you select the speakers and workshops for the youth conference?
How we selected them? Well, we had many meetings, and a lot of names came up, and we wanted to showcase the role models that we have within our community, and also in the urban settings too, like people that come from Cowessess or grow up on Cowessess or had that link to Cowessess. We wanted to showcase that for this conference, and not only that, but like our CCC alumni, our graduates, right? Like we had youth from all 4 bands come to our school graduate. We have a lot of alumni, a lot of successful people from our community that had graduated from CCEC, and we all know that there's a stigma out there with our youth that if you graduate from CCC, you don't really go anywhere. And I believe that's false, because we have
Yeah,
so many successful people
that's
from our
true.
community that have graduated from CCEC. And that was the foundation of like where how we selected the people that are here today to showcase what they do, their success stories. So there's a lot of discussion. Like I said, there's a lot of members that have stories to tell, and it was difficult trying to decide or trying to pick, I guess, like who to invite to this, right? But again, like this is only the first year. We have next year and the year after, and I'm hoping we can continue to keep showcasing our members and their success stories and their challenges and triumphs and how they got through that, right?
Yeah.
Because we have challenges, and so it was about like reaching out to those ones, and that we all know, there's a lot of out there that come to mind right away, like Cadmus Delorme, Crease and Agitate. There's so many, and that was more or less the foundation, was showcasing our members and what they in all the different areas of what they do, and also the CCC alumni too. So.
I gotta add to you, you guys did a darn good job putting
Well,
this together.
thank you very much. It was a whole team. It was a whole team collaboration. It was a collaboration with Chief Red Bear, Cowessess Urban Office, the Health Department. We had some from Culture. It was just it was a big team, and I'm so grateful. They did such an amazing job. They worked so hard. They worked so hard on this, and it's beautiful to see everything just come to light, And,
No doubt.
And with the day 2 coming, or this is day 2 now, and I'm a little emotional today, because like we're after this we're going to do our lives, and we won't be here anymore. So it's a little emotional, exciting. Full of pride, but also sad because this is the last day.
Yeah, it went by so fast.
It did.
So how do you handle organizing for a conference this large?
A lot of meetings, a lot of online chats, whether it was online or in person, a lot of emails, a lot of connection. I think that just the team that we have all supported each other. We all worked really well together. There was a lot of us that has like strengths in different areas, insight, right, experience, perspective. So I think that all of those tools and all of those skills and resources coming together at that planning, in those planning sessions, made it smooth and easy to plan this. And we had not as much time to plan as we'd hoped for, but we did it, and it was just an amazing event. In the short time that we had to plan it, we all came together and did it, and I'm so proud of the team, so proud of them.
No doubt, very amazing event, and you guys all did such an awesome job.
Thank you very much.
How was the conference funded, and are there any sponsorship or opportunities?
We have so many funders. Oh my God, there's so many. Like we had, of course, like Cowessess Health contributed, Chief Red Bear, Children's Lodge contributed. There was, I can't even think off the top of my head. Put me on the spot here, Ty. But like I said, we had team members that were in charge and delegated or coordinated certain things, and we had Chastity Delorme and Lucy Pelche take care of the sponsors, and Tina Red was reaching out for grants and stuff. So they did a phenomenal job reaching out to these different partners and organizations and funders and stuff, and bringing them out. And then the opportunities, like some of the oh my God, I can't even think of the booth there, but there was lots of opportunities there in the booth for programs and grants you can apply for. But again, you put me on the spot, and I can't even think of what those funders were.
So what challenges have you faced in organizing the conference, and how have you overcome them?
Challenges we faced, let me think. Timing was a big challenge, right? Because we didn't, we had a little, not as much time as we hoped for in the planning. So timing was a challenge. How we worked through that is we had weekly meetings. Sometimes, as the team leads, we met even twice a week. A lot of texting and emailing. But that's stuff that has to be done. It's necessary when you're planning something like this so
Oh
big,
yeah, for sure.
and
Yeah.
it's a lot of time and a lot of networking and brainstorming, and I guess we just showed, even though we had this little bit of time, we still came together, made it a success.
For
But I
sure.
would say definitely the timing was the biggest challenge. But again, like we did it, like as a team, we did it. We met frequently, met a lot, and Teams, Microsoft Teams is what we utilize the most, and it was very, very beneficial to have that app and stuff to help us that way.
So you guys were saying if this was a success, which it was, that the next conference is going to be open to more than just CFN youth?
Well, we're hoping that, right? Like this, with this being the first one, and some of the team, were new. Some of them came with experience, but with it being the first one, we wanted to make it exclusive just for our members. Gives them the opportunity to network with the urban and the on reserve. Meet cousins and relatives and
Yeah.
and so we're hoping in the future that we can open that up to other communities, maybe the Four Nations, or even maybe even go more farther than that and open it up to First Nations in Saskatchewan, because
Wow.
I definitely achievable.
Yeah.
And we will get there. And like I said, I'm so looking forward to next year and what's gonna happen, and it's exciting. It's really
It is.
exciting. It's exciting to be a part of the process, and it's exciting to be a part and see how everything just works out. Like there was a few hiccups in there, and here and there, not really major, but I mean we worked through them as a team.
Yeah.
We help each other out, and this couldn't have happened without the great team members and the planners that were a part of this.
No doubt. I'm pretty surprised, how much people showed up just for Cowessess members.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Like it just all Cowessess, right? This is all of our people, and like I said, it's empowering. I'm proud to be from Cowessess. I'm proud that I live there, right? But seeing stuff like this happen, it just instills that pride. It motivates you to want to do more. Just being here in a couple days, I've made some connections with some possible facilitators to come out to do some teachings with our youth group, because that's my area, right? I work with the youth in the community, ages 12 to 18. So I'm always looking for facilitators and people that can come into the community to teach and inspire our youth in the community, right?
No
so
doubt.
just that alone, I made a couple connections. So I'm pretty excited to bring some of these, some of the participants and the facilitators that were here out to the community and bring them to the home.
That'd be so awesome.
Yes.